Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shogat and you're watching Crazy Hospitality. As a special request today, we got a topic to discuss, which is housekeeping. And I brought one of my colleague, Miss Alexa, who is going to tell you about the housekeeping department. First of all, I just would like to say you guys that what is housekeeping department? Housekeeping department is a backbone of a hotel industry. It's not only in a hotel industry, you can talk about any industry. Even if you're working in an office, you need a housekeeper. Even if you're like heading to the airport, you see there is a housekeeper. Movie theaters, there is a housekeeper. It's hospital, housekeeper. So it's nowadays housekeeping is all over the world. Any industry you go, you will find a housekeeping department. So this is very important, and lot of job opportunities are there in a housekeeping department. So I have requested Alexa, because she is currently working in the housekeeping department as a assistant manager. So she will be sharing her experience about housekeeping department. So stay tuned. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Alexa and I'm a room operations voyager here at the Dallas Marriott City Center. In room operations, I do housekeeping and front desk, but in this video I'm going to be focusing on what I do in housekeeping. Before I dive into talking about housekeeping, I'm going to tell you guys what hospitality means to me. To me, hospitality is all about taking care of a guest and making somebody feel welcome and comfortable when they're away from home. I think that housekeeping is a great department to start off in hospitality, because from housekeeping you learn so much about the hotel as a whole. Every single department interacts with housekeeping on some level, so I think it's really important that if you're even considering moving up and becoming a manager in a hotel, that you do have some housekeeping experience. Finished up the last 6 months as a housekeeping manager in training, and what I learned from that experience was that housekeeping is really the heart of the house. So without housekeeping, we really don't have a business. Housekeepers make our customers happy, they keep the business going, and they're essential to our operations. What I did every day as a housekeeping manager is I would come in and I would open the house. Not always me, sometimes somebody else would do it, but we open the house, which means we assign rooms based off of our occupancy. So we have to calculate things like how many stayovers we have. Here we have a green choice program, which allows our guests to pass on housekeeping service if they choose. So we have to consider those things when we're calculating how many rooms we have to assign for that day, as well as how many arrivals we have coming in. Sometimes we have to roll rooms, so it all really just depends on what our business demand happens to be that day. And then after that, the ladies will come in and get situated for the day. The supervisors will go up and check on the ladies throughout the day. We also have housemen. Housemen, their main job is to support our housekeepers. So our housekeepers go around with their cart filled with linen and cleaning supplies and amenities. And the housemen go around. They usually have 5 to 10 housekeepers that they're taking care of. So if a housekeeper needs extra coffee on her cart, or she needs more washcloths, he'll bring those things to her. And his job is also to strip rooms. What that means is taking all the linen out of a room before a housekeeper comes in. So the housekeeper is starting with a blank canvas. So housekeepers go into these blank canvas rooms and they start to make the bed with the new linen, put all new towels, refresh the room, and make everything brand new and perfect for the next guest. What happens after that is somebody will inspect the room. So it would typically be a supervisor or a manager who inspects the room. And so they'll go through. We actually have an app on our phones that we use to inspect these rooms. So we use that app and it has things like, is the closet clean? Is there this amount of hangers in the closet? Is there this amount of coffee in the coffee stand? And those sort of things. So every last detail is checked, and so we don't miss anything. After the room is checked, we can punch a room. We actually use our phone system. So we punch a code into our telephones and then it switches in the computer system to showing as a VR room, which means it's vacant and ready to be sold to a guest. The type of person who's good for housekeeping is someone who's very focused and also someone who's very detail oriented. It's very important that everything is checked and double checked in housekeeping. Also, housekeeping has a lot of potential for growth. If a housekeeper comes in and you start as what we call a room attendant, you can move to being a lobby attendant, who is someone who cleans the public spaces in the hotel, so they would clean the lobby. We're here in the M Club right now, so they could clean the M Club. They do our event spaces and clean all of those areas. We also have, like I mentioned before, we have housemen. Ladies can also be housemen as well. And we also have potential for our room attendants to move up and become housekeeping supervisors. So then they can oversee the room attendants, and they could also be in charge of inspecting rooms, in charge of double checking our VIP rooms. They would be responsible for opening the house and running reports and those sort of things. We also have housekeeping managers who do what I do, and we do a lot of financial things, making sure everyone gets paid, making sure that all of our productivity is in line. We do ordering, checking inventory, so a lot more computer-based skills as a manager, but it's definitely stuff that everyone is able to learn. I hope you guys learned something from this video and found it to be helpful. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching.